a shot. Backstage, right?
I don't see you.
Since you're backstage, only post can see.
I don't see you. That's the problem. Shut that one off and come back in on that email.
That's where I'm at, though.
I don't see you.
Maybe it's because you need to refresh, you suppose.
Here, I'll send you a new one. It should pop right in. We got one in the room already. Search easier. All right, there you are. I see you. Hang on a second. I'm shutting the phone down. Hey guys,
Now
we can hear each other.
I can hear you. I don't know if the rest of them can or not, but we'll see.
I can hear you now. The little button on the side of the mic helps. We should have everything fixed up. So, guys, welcome back to Merle.
Hi, guys.
Audio should be fixed. Now I just got to figure out why my stuff is not working.
I lost my my chat, but it's here somewhere, I'm sure. There it is.
You can pull up chat in the StreamYard too.
So can you guys hear us yet?
I think they can.
We got you now. Thanks, RG. Thanks, everybody. All right.
Look at that. Samson's in here. All right. Hey, buddy. How's it going? Great to see you. Did I just see Sue Wood's in here? That's a good one. I sent Sandy K a message. You guys, if you can, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and share this out. We are officially back.
It's only been 4 months. Gosh.
Five.
I'm pleased to see everyone. Hi, Sue. Simpson Farms, RG. A new one for me. Compat Farms. Compat Family, I'm sorry.
Compat Family, yep. They're new to the channel today. It's the first time I think I've seen them in here.
And Prim Farm. All right. Everybody looking good. Everybody looking good. We don't know what we're going to do today, I don't think. Or maybe Mark does. He just failed to tell me.
Well, I got to get you back in a seat and get you back going on things. You know, I got to ease you into that. So,
yeah, be gentle.
I'm going to see if I can invite another guest in here that is someone that's been a part of my channel since it started.
Well, while you're doing that, this StreamYard, this is the first time I've been on it, and I'm pretty impressed already. It looks like it's worth the money, and in a lot of cases, you won't have to pay them anything. So it's easy.
It's actually free for 4 people, and the next site up is a premium package, and then you got the pro. So if you just want to do a regular live stream, up to 4 people on your panel, that's free. And you get all the bells and whistles. And the cool thing with StreamYard, what they just came out with, is that you can, if somebody comes in, sits on the, and I don't know what the background is like, because Merle can explain this. I don't know what the load up period is, or you're sitting in the background. But if somebody's sitting there and leaves and you got your spaces filled up, you can boot them now, which is really cool.
Yeah, what I like about it is it's simple. It's easy. If you got a camera and a microphone with StreamYard, you're good to go. You just set it up and pick your mic and your camera, and it reminds me a little bit of what Blab used to be, if anybody remembers that. But it's really simple, and you don't need a whole bunch of fancy stuff. Yeah, RG, I agree with you. It's a piece of cake, really. There will be an influx of people doing live streams, I bet. Because you don't really need anything, like I said, except a halfway decent. You know, you can do this for probably $100 now and have good equipment. An ATR 2100 microphone and a 920 camera, and you're good to go.
Here, I'll show you another trick to this, Merle.
Hey, Brian, am I too loud? Or
Brian, I could be doing that because he's actually coming through my OBS. So that could be me. But we do have to be a little bit more careful now. I found out that if I'm using OBS by itself and I go back to StreamYard, I'm yelling and screaming because StreamYard has a little bit of difficulty with the mics, especially when it comes in with the better mics. Oh, he says, I'll turn her down.
Yeah, we can get them the way they need to be. It's no problem.
Right now, Merle is set. He is in the green. He is not pegging anything out. He's actually equal with me. So on OBS, I don't know how it sounds on that other end.
Well, Compat Farm says we're good to go. So I'll go with that. I'll go with that. And while I'm going with that, I'll just go ahead and jump in. And looks like that's somebody I probably want to subscribe to.
I have a lot of great people that are coming over and checking out our channel, and we got a lot of old people in here that have been with our channel for a really long time, and we got some new ones. So you've been gone for a long time, so you're going to have a lot of new faces and meeting new people.
And that's a good thing. That will work out just fine. Well, I made a new friend on YouTube already. That's pretty good.
So, guys, if you haven't known, this is my partner in crime. I'll let Merle tell you the story for the new people because he likes telling that story because he shows how I was a bad boy back in the day.
Which story is that?
That's the one where I had to borrow your channel for a little while.
Well, things happen. People make mistakes, and you don't have to make a very big mistake, and YouTube just boots you off for like 90 days. So, yeah, I met Mark while he was during a timeout, and so well, heck, let's just use my channel. You can put your stuff in mine, and we can go from there. And it worked out real well. So,
and we've been great friends ever since.
Yeah.
Where the point is, we talk to each other 2-3 times a week, unless he's all playing with the firewood or doing his chores. I try to talk to him as much as I possibly can. He's been a great influence on us and our channel. But it's kind of funny how you do that. You think about that. I got timed out from YouTube, and Merle says, "Hey, you can use my channel."
Well, heck yeah, no problem there. We can always work something out. It's gonna be good.
Hey, there's Sybil. Great to thank you so much, sister, for coming in here. Adventures Demo is in here.
Yeah,
old people are coming back in, Merle.
They're sure they will as soon as they figure out that I'm here, and
exactly that's right. They
just came in to see my house.
I can't pull up my house because I can't get the camera going. I don't understand it.
For you early birds, I'm going to go ahead and let you know this is a green screen, and that ain't my house. Yeah, I kind of wish it was, but I'm happy with the one I'm in. Yeah.
All right, guys. So we were playing around today, making jokes. So I figured if Merle had that fancy living room, I was going to do something a little bit different. But now my camera won't work next to my green screen, so I got to use my old ones. But this is my new setup.
So you're unable to bring up those, huh?
I can't bring the camera up, so I don't know what's going on.
Okay, but we can see the picture anyway.
You can see the picture.
See, Mark is trying to outdo me there. He almost, but my floors are shinier than his.
Yep. I'm a rustic kind of guy.
Yeah.
That's how we do things here.
I'm going to slip over real quick to Adventure Demo and take a look at their channel real quick. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks like something I might do. Did you win the race in 2015? Looks like a bunch of racing going on there.
Sybil says they didn't get a notification. Well, I just sent out the share. That's the other thing, guys. Now that Merle is back, we're going to try to be on every Saturday at 5 p.m. That's our normal time that we used to come on all the time. So YouTube has a thing until we get things rolling again to get out notifications.
Every Sunday, or every Saturday at it'd be 6 Central, 5 Eastern, and we will alternate.
Maybe 5 Central. See, he's all
Yeah, I got it backwards. That's
he's
okay.
all yeah.
Anyway, you'll find us. You'll know where we're at, and we will alternate every other week.
Yep.
Next week will be on my channel.
Yep.
Same time.
Oh.
And
J Dog, thanks for joining us. Hope your move was a good one. I haven't been around for a long time, but glad to see you popping in. That is awesome. Adventures Demo. Demolition Derby with lawnmowers. Ooh.
yeah, I thought that was kind of cool.
So, guys, I want to tell you a little funny story. If you haven't noticed, the upper Midwest is getting hammered. Right now, we're expecting another 11 inches, and we have an ice storm going on. So, yesterday, I called Merle because I had a dilemma. I called 2 snowplow companies to come out because I could not get my driveway cleaned out with my big snowblower. It was just packed in too tight. So I called up 2 snow companies. One guy answered. And he said, hey, I can come over and I can plow you out right now. I'm like, great, come on over. So he came over. To make a long story short, I had to pull a snow company guy out with my truck. And then we had to finish off shoveling, braking, and using my snowblower to finish it off. So the dilemma is that I was looking at buying a compact tractor, and then I went and looked at them. I'm like, these are way too small for what I need. And number 2, or put a snowplow on the truck. So I called old Merle here to give me some advice. And says, what do you think I should do? Well, after he got done laughing, I probably rolling on the ground laughing about this snowplow guy. We got to get a snowplow put on my truck. That's the moral of the story. Because right now it's freezing rain out there, and it's just terrible.
Yeah, he asked me if he ought to buy a new tractor or a snowplow, and 3,500 versus 20,000. What am I going to say?
Yeah, it was, and we didn't expect that because the flyers that they were talking about, the tractor we were looking at was a John Deere compact, and they were like at 13.2, and I'm like, well, that ain't that bad. That's pretty easy to do. And then I went down there. I'm like, that's no bigger than my lawnmower. My zero turn's got a bigger engine in it than the lawnmower, this tractor I was going to buy.
It's kind of crazy. Looks like Brian Perinde gets a lot of snow where he's at too. I don't know where that's at, but it's according to this banner, it gets real snowy.
Well, if you're anywhere in the Midwest now, and all the way through, I think till the Dakotas, you're about to get hammered.
Yeah, we're getting rain, and I'm in central Indiana, west central Indiana, I guess, and we're getting rain, but probably 60, 70 miles north of me, it's snow. So,
yeah, Perma Farm. I was looking at Massey's yesterday. I was looking at some New Hollands. They just didn't have the clearance, and the compacts only lifted up, I think, with 6 feet to max on the bucket. So it really, for what we're looking for, not only for doing the stuff on the homestead, but to clean out the driveway, I was just like, that thing's going to get stuck just as bad. So bottom line is, I guess I'm going to break down and put a plow in the truck and do it that way. A lot cheaper.
I think that'll work good for you. I mean, you're a little worried about beating up your truck, but I think as long as you're just working on your own driveway there, you're going to be all right, probably.
I'll show you what I've been looking at here for the truck. And this is for a 1/2 ton.
Demo Don, you can keep all that rain and sleet and freezing rain and all that stuff right over there in La Crosse, okay?
La Crosse.
Yeah, close to you, isn't it?
Yeah, that's really close to me. So, Merle, besides the trucks here that they're on, I don't see any Dodges, but a lot of Fords. Imagine that. Here we go. That's just a plow.
So it's a V plow, you told me, I think.
Yep.
I don't know that I've seen one of those on a pickup truck. Maybe I have.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you right now if I can. As soon as I put it up there, it showed a picture of a video. So I didn't want to do that. But I'm gonna share this so you guys can see this. This is the new latest and greatest here for the northern Wisconsin snow weather. And if we get 20 to 30% more snow,
Yeah, Demo Don, that's what I suggested that he do too, was get an old cheap plow truck. Ooh, I like the plow though. Yeah, that's nice. Looks to me like that used one for 400 or whatever it was a deal.
3,400, yeah, compared to this one. Look at the difference.
Yep.
Same exact thing. I think it was just a couple years older. So
and two-seaters is trying to be real smart aleck today. I can see that already. Dave, I hope you're sober. 72 degrees today at the two-seaters micro farm.
I hope you guys don't have heat exhaustion because right now it's 28 degrees here in ice storm.
Well, I'll tell you, there's all kinds of weather out there. I mean, whatever you can think of, the United States has got it somewhere. Yeah, it looks like adjustable wings, J-Dogs.
Yep. I need the V-plow because, like I told Merle, when this last storm that we got, we had 2-foot drift right when you come into the driveway, and it went about 10 feet in. And with my big truck, I didn't have a problem, but a car or a normal vehicle would not have gotten through. So I need a V-plow to break through the drifts. Sybil, you hush over there. 85 right now. Ace.
Sybil, I'll check that site out too. And I remember you talking about that. I don't know whether you had already bought it or if it was something that was coming or you were looking, but I'm glad to see that you got it and all is well.
Yeah, I'm glad you got that, Sybil. You can send some of that 28 in Wausau, Wisconsin. Permafarm is actually, they're only 45 minutes away from us, Merle.
No kidding. Yeah.
Yep. So
this is Darcy and Dave's drunk. Oh my gosh. I hate to hear that. He accused me of being dead a couple days ago. Yeah, he said he thought I had passed. It had only been 5 months since I'd been on the internet.
Adventures, yeah, bobcats up here are really expensive. We checked that out for looking for a bucket and a plow. Yeah, I was like, whoa. They want half your life.
Okay, Sybil, that was a different place. So you like this one better, I hope?
Brian's right. Says radio check.
You're loud and clear. 5 by 5. Sybil's already had winter.
Well, you could have mine.
We've had everything here in Indiana. I mean, I'm not kidding. If you hear people say, if you don't like the weather, just stick around. Well, it's the way it is here.
Permafarm says as though this is God's country out here. It is. It's beautiful, but it beats you up in the wintertime. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I tell you, it's tough sometimes. And, I watched that. There's a guy on the internet that does the weather like a week at a time. And I noticed that Wisconsin, at least upper Wisconsin, is due for some really cold weather. Of course,
tell me that.
Yeah, colder than usual, I should have said.
All right, Merle, take over. We're going to run to the bathroom.
That was more information than we needed there. Go ahead. Oh, not much going on around here for let's see, it's for the last 5 months. We just had a really super busy summer. What with the garden, and we've started whelping, I guess they call it. My daughter ended up with too many pregnant German Shepherds, and we started taking them on. So we get to the mother about a week or 10 days before she's ready to have the litter, and then we keep them for 8 weeks after, and then they're ready to go to their forever home. So we really enjoyed that, but boy, it keeps you busy. It really does keep you busy. So we try to get a little bit of a break in between, but I never dreamed that there were so many people spread out all across the United States that are so interested in these dogs. Now, I found out something that I didn't know, but there are two different kinds of German Shepherds. You got the show line, and then you got working dogs. Working dogs go to police departments, and they, find dead people and drugs and that kind of stuff. And of course, the show dogs are for show. But she breeds only the working dogs. No voice. Well, Mark did me in before he left. Looks like he muted me before he took off. So
no, you should have a voice.
Don't know what. Oh, Sue hears me, I think. No voice, Merle, RG. I don't think it's on your end, RG. I hope anyway. Anyway, the dogs are just so neat. Those puppies will just absolutely reach in and grab your heart and squeeze it. They really will. So anyway, that pretty much took care of our summer. We were busy. And, you can stay busy in the garden, let alone having all these little critters to take care of. And then in the fall, we had to cut some wood. So, you never get done. Do you, Mark?
Never, ever. Hey, guys, keep her in your prayers. We've been trying to get a hold of Sandy here for the last half hour, and there's no answer. So the guys that know Sandy K, just keep her in your prayers. I don't know what's going on. She might be taking a nap, and I might be overthinking it, but getting started. Thanks for joining us. Great to see you.
Happy to see you here today.
Happy.
And we'll try to make it interesting. Of course, we didn't plan anything.
Hey, you might have not planned anything, but I did.
But sometimes it's better. Sometimes it's better that way. Rocks and pinchers. Yeah. I tell you, I've got to the point where I just love animals. I don't, wild animals even. I'm an animal lover from one end to the other. And these dogs that we raise for sale, we make sure that they go to good homes. So these people are checked out almost as if they were going to take a baby from
So RG can't hear either one of us. So RG, come back in, and I'll put the link up in the chat, and you can just come up here and join me and Merle. 2-seaters, you need to get StreamYard.
See, RG can't hear us. I'm going to see if we can. I don't know if he can see the chat either. If he's on a phone, he may not be able to. But
well, no, I think it has to do with what he's doing. But if you come in there, RG, I think you should have that problem taken care of. Here's the link, guys. Anybody's welcome to hop in here. Come on a panel.
Yeah, don't be bashful. Come right in.
Come right in.
If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Oh, look at them coming. Roger Homestead's in here. Hello. Looks like some of my friends are already here. Absolutely. Guys, don't forget, shout this out, share it out, however it means necessary to you. Maybe she just texted me.
Man, I got a lot of people I need to subscribe to here, too. And I'll catch them one at a time as we get through here. Only problem I'm having. That's good. Now I was losing my chat as I did that, but Browser Homestead, I'm already subscribed there, so that's a good thing. Bells rung and all that, so we're good to go. Dylan's Woodworks. I haven't seen him for a long time either.
There's Mikey.
Yeah. He's been busy on YouTube. I think I saw him months and maybe a year ago, and he didn't have all that many subscribers. And the last time I looked, he had a whole bunch. So doing good. Yeah, you need to turn some of these guys blue when you get a chance.
Who's not blue?
Dylan. Mikey's not. And J-Dogs, Browser. Yeah. Some people that we know should be. Yeah, I like that blue. So nobody came in to get on screen yet. That surprises me. Surely somebody wants to get on. Now,
Dylan, if he starts yakking again, he's blue. J-Dog is blue.
I know that Mike has got the capabilities of coming on with us. He might as well come on and advertise his website.
We have two seaters coming up. And guys, you got to shut her down there. And we have Gil
and advertise his website. Yeah, you need to mute your YouTube.
There you go. Two seaters. Mute the YouTube, and I'll bring you in on Streamlabs.
They're up already.
They're moving chairs around, so they are up. And we got Gil sitting in the background here with the American flag. He is up.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, sir, for coming up. And I think Darcy is playing with a curtain.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm going to like StreamYard. This is really kind of cool. I like it a lot.
Well, Gil, welcome to the family.
Thank you.
Darcy is playing with a curtain.
I don't know. You're gonna have to. You're on camera.
Like StreamYard.
There we go.
There we go. All right.
I think we're good now.
When they settle down there, we'll tell them that they need to turn off YouTube. But I want to give you, Gil, thank you for coming on to Rolling Homestead with me and Merle.
My pleasure.
Being part of the family here. Hey, Darcy, when you turn off our YouTube video, mute us on YouTube, and then you can come on StreamYard, so we're getting feedback.
Yeah, they're in.
Yep, they're in.
Everything's
on to
YouTube.
My pleasure.
There she goes. She's got it now.
Darcy, I just want to know one thing. Is Dave passed out, or is he able to get up and around?
We got J-Dog is up on the live stream.
Hey.
How's it going, buddy? Been a long time.
I'm trying to make sure my sound is turned off.
Oh, it sounds good.
You sound good.
Okay.
Darcy's still playing around.
Okay, I'm muted. Yeah, hey guys. Yeah, my computer is just, doing stupid stuff. I don't know what it's doing.
Well, everybody, for what it's worth, everybody looks good and sounds good. Everybody's got YouTube turned off, and
so I think what I'm gonna do, Merle, is I'm gonna pull a Red Robin. I think everybody knows about us. So I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna start at Darcy there, and Darcy, you can give a little shout out of your channel here. I know I'm not supposed to say that. Oh yeah, I'm not supposed to say shout out on YouTube. Yay. Okay, I'm done with that now. Guys, you guys do a little round robin here, and let me hear about your channel and what you guys are all about, and that'll help you out later on, and everybody get in the chat to hear what you're about. So you got Darcy up in front there right now. Next to Merle. About your channel and what you guys are all about. And out later on, and everybody get a chance to hear what you're about. So you got up in front there right
Somebody's got YouTube on.
Yeah, you got to mute the YouTube side.
Yeah. Mute YouTube, everybody.
Yeah, maybe.
Somebody's got YouTube on.
It ain't me.
All right, Darcy, here's your shot. Talk about your channel.
Hey guys,
You're
it's
on
warm
the
down here.
spotlight.
David's right here beside me. He's just not in the picture. You know, talk about it.
No, go ahead.
We're just I don't know, easy going, 1 acre. Got a lot of animals. Do some gardening, some woodworking, welding, a little bit of everything.
Well, when you're trying to do a job like that, you got to do a little bit of everything, don't you?
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty much.
See, the difference is if I want to use a welder, if I want to go use a machine, I just go to work. I don't got to buy the stuff. But I'll tell you what, if I didn't have that ability so I can use my grinders and everything else that I use at work every day, I think I would be lost.
Well, it's good to see you on
Well,
screen.
Yeah. I wish David would get in here. He's right here.
He's bashful.
There we go.
I don't know what's so important about me being in here. I got the better looking half in here.
You guys were saying about going and hooking up Merle, and RG was talking about going to his stronghold the other day. Asking if Merle's dead or not. Well, I got him. I hog tied him and I pulled him up in here. So we got him up and running.
Oh, I'm good to go for the winter now.
Now he's all set to go.
I know prayer works because I've been praying that y'all come back online, and you did.
Yeah. Well,
Prayer works.
It does. J-Dog, I haven't seen you in a long time since you moved. But how you been doing?
Well, I actually haven't moved yet. I'm still trying to move. I've had address issues. And the thing is I'm actually tomorrow I'm closing this channel and starting a new channel. And I posted my last video to explain that decision. Basically, the gist of this decision is I'm going to be moving to Arkansas. I'm going to be on my place. I'm going to want to network with people in Arkansas, and I want people, when they see my channel, I want them to know everything there is to know about me. I don't want any surprises or secrets or any undisclosed information. But also with this YouTube stuff, it's just going to get worse. And I just want to make it abundantly clear to everybody who watches my channel that I'm not trying to solicit viewers from kids or anything like that. So I mean, yeah, I'm going to start a new channel. It's going to be called J Dog's Homestead. Hopefully there's not somebody out there already called that. And I've been doing the YouTube thing ever since like 2001. So I mean, it's just on and off. I've had several different channels. I've lost them for various reasons, but that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to establish my place in Arkansas, and because I'm going to need help. I mean, there's things I don't know and things I'm going to need to know, and there could be shortcuts that somebody say, hey, if you do it this way, it's easier, and things like that. So I'm glad you let me up on the panel so I could talk about it a little bit. I like your background, sir. Yeah, the guy beside me, I like his background.
Yeah.
We're here to help out anybody and everybody. I mean, YouTube is going to get rough for a lot of people.
So, I mean, if anybody that's interested in my channel or interested in what I'm doing, please watch my last video and then make your decisions from there. Leave a comment in that video, and if you want me to sub, then I will. If you don't, then I won't. So
I got your video queued up here, so as soon as this live's over, I'm going to watch it.
all right, well,
All right,
appreciate
Gil.
it, guys.
Thanks, J-Dog. Gil, what's up with you?
Hey, well, a couple of the people know me that over there in the chat, getting started on Homestead, Sampson Farms, and some of the others. I've been on YouTube here since June, middle of June. I just retired from Homeland Security. I was the emergency management coordinator. Basically, I wrote all the disaster plans that how they were supposed to respond: earthquakes, fires, floods, pandemics, and stuff like that. But we're getting out of California. We've bought this place here where I'm at right now in Idaho, so we can get away from the demon-crats. I thought you guys would like that. And so I'm not going to say the actual party name, so I use demon instead.
I like that.
Especially with
That
Governor
covers them all.
Yeah, especially with Governor Nuisance. And anyways, we picked up this property really cheap. It's 5 acres, but the previous owner had died several years before we bought it, and a grandnephew was staying here, quote, taking care of the property. Not. So I spent since we bought it in about this time in 2016. So we've been spending the last 3 years just cleaning the place up and working on it and doing all sorts of fun stuff. Then rented a D5 dozer to help level the place back out. He really butchered the fields out there. But yeah, now that it's wintertime, I'm going to be doing a bunch of the emergency preparedness videos, all the stuff I used to do for Homeland Security. I'm going to put it out there for everybody to see and gain knowledge from. I'm doing it on a selfish reason. That selfish reason is if everybody else is prepared, they're not coming after my stuff. So I want everybody to be prepared.
So you the man to go to when the zombie apocalypse comes about?
Actually, when the zombie apocalypse happens, you want to talk to my son. He's mastered handling 3 samurai swords at the same time, all katanas, as well as his 1911s.
Oh, okay.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, great to meet you. I'm glad you're part of came on here tonight. We are a lot of the same ways, like-minded people, God-fearing people, and yeah, we don't like the demon crats either. So I'll put it nicely that way. We have right around 4 acres, and we are homestead, I believe, in medicinal and wild edibles, and with the food in the ground that we prepare and the animals, we are self-efficient on all food sources that way. We believe in canning and preparing and putting up for the winter. I started my channel a long time ago for bushcraft and wild edibles. Was originally set up for my son to learn how to live and survive in the woods, and we made videos that way for him later on in life. And then a friend of mine came up and said, "Hey, you should put that on YouTube." That's how we got started, and then it just snowballed from there. And we bought the homestead here. We decided that we're going to do homesteading videos, and we've been going ever since. But I'm more in the medicinal plants to cure and get rid of colds and sickness, because if we talk about the big pharma and stuff like that, we all know they're not out there to help us, they're out there to kill us. And I'm at the point right now where I don't really care what anybody on the other side of this chat and channel wants to say. If they want to shut me down, they can shut me down, but we are a small portion of what can stand up and fight for what we believe in. So we need to do that. And the more knowledge that we put out there, if it's what's happening, what Gil has to offer, or what Merle has to offer, or what I have to offer, that's what we need to do, because there's a lot of people out there that are looking for this kind of information, and it's growing. So my partner in crime up on right next to me there has been with me since I started my live streaming experience, because I already been put in YouTube jail once. So he says, "Well, hey, come over and use my channel." that's the kind of family that you got here, Gil. So these guys will stand behind you. You have a lot of wonderful people in this chat, all God-fearing people, and they're out to look out for what's best for their family and friends. And that's what's really cool. From medicinal, you got Sybil in here. You have so many people that are in this chat that are just out here to help each other out on anything. So if you're looking at how to build a homestead, how to do anything, this is a great channel to find it on. That's what we're about.
Amen to that. And, we may be miles and miles and miles apart, but we can still help each other in many ways. So, just staying connected, we'll be able to do that till they decide that we shouldn't be. And, if you need to know something that you don't know, you need help doing something, we can find somebody that's closer to you to help you do whatever you need. So
Exactly.
That's what it's all about.
Exactly.
And I did want to say one more thing. I said it earlier, but some of you came in later. This is a green screen behind me. This is not my home. But I like the way it looks. I think it's kind of neat. And I'm happy with my home. But this is a little above my means.
The reason why we say that is because every time I'll get an email or something like, Merle's got a beautiful house, or Merle's got an awesome place there. And I just laugh every time I hear that. I don't tell them that it's a green screen behind them. So today what I did is I'm like, okay, buddy, you have that old nice place sitting there. So I'm going through these screens here. And I said, okay, this is what I'm going to put up. But my camera didn't want to agree with that one. It isn't locked in on the other one. So I'm like, dang it. I'm like, Merle, it's just funny because you get these emails and I get these messages on the videos is that, oh, your partner's got this beautiful place. And I'm sitting there laughing because I know it's a green screen. And these people are just like, oh, I'm like, yep, he waxes his floors 3 times a day.
Yeah, I should have mentioned too. We got 1 acre here, and like I said, with the garden and the dogs and everything, and cutting wood, it's busy, and I can only imagine what you guys are going through that have just acquired your properties. I did that once. We started with 8 acres one time that was a mess, and it took us years to get it squared away. So.
We're sitting just on 4 acres, and like I was talking to Merle today, it takes everything in a full-time crew by the time you figure out with the vegetable gardens, because we got 2 of them, and then you look at the apples and the fruit trees that are on the property, the black walnut trees that are on the property, cutting up firewood, harvesting and processing the wild edibles, and then you got the medicinal plants, and you have to get that in before the snow flies. So one of the biggest things that happened to me and Merle this year, especially me, is that spring came way late and then fall came way early. So it was like a rush to get everything in that we needed to for the wintertime, because up here in the Northwoods in Wisconsin, we're getting 11 inches tonight. I got an ice storm right now, and I just got hit with another snowstorm blizzard / whatever they want to call it a couple days ago. So it's like, when the time is good, the old saying goes as a farm boy is when sun's shining, it's time to make the hay. And that's what we kind of had to do. So we had to put something off to the side, which I really didn't like to do because I missed you guys and Merle missed everybody. Well, you had to get the work in. So.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you guys living in the snow and you just gradually see it build up to a point where you can't get out of your house. Well, I live down here in Houston. We don't get snow. What I call snow down here is the hurricanes. Our blizzards are hurricanes. And I personally, I think I'd rather deal with 4 feet of snow instead of 4 foot of water, because it's really hard to keep the water out of the house. The snow, until it melts, it's not really an issue. And if you get out there before it melts and get it off the house, then you ain't going to flood your house. But, yeah, you all stay safe in that snow, because I had a 2-wheel drive F-150 in Grand Rapids, and I was the joke of the town because everybody said, you must be from Texas because you're 2-wheel drive truck. Yeah. We would go through the intersections. The light would change 3 times before we crossed the interchange. with the horns blowing behind us because everybody else has got somewhere to go. We just be sitting there just in first gear trying to get through the intersection.
Well, one of the things, on this channel too is I got my good buddy Mikey Dylan Woodsworks. He's got a sawmill, so you have that portion that comes in here, and you can go check out his channel how to make stuff. So if you want to build actually a homestead from scratch, Mikey can show you how to make the lumber, do everything that way. You have Merle up on top that he also has the homesteading. He has some stuff behind him to help you out. And then you got me with the wild edibles and the medicinals and all the knowledge that comes in here with Sybil. She's got years and years and years of experience with medicinal. It's such a great channel. Sue too, right there. Every person has something to offer to this channel. It's not just me alone. I'm just a platform to gather everybody in. And that's what's so cool about this channel. I mean, we don't get trolls in here. We get really decent, down-to-earth people in here, and I like that. And it's always been that way since we started this. So I think, Gil, you'll like it here. You'll fit right in with the rest of us. No problem at that.
Yeah, this is the third group that I'm getting associated with. The other one's up in northern Idaho, and I got some really good friends up there. I mean, a couple of guys up there could be my twin brothers with our employment and education background. And then I've been dealing also with a great group of preppers coming off of Will Russell's just-in-time prepping.
Yep, he's actually one of our guys on our channel too.
Yeah,
there's a couple good channels up there in Idaho. One's Willow Creek Homestead, and the other one is
Willow Creek's just south of me here.
Yeah, and the other one, he built his place like from the ground up.
North Country,
Cedar something, Red Cedar.
Red Poppy Ranch.
Yeah, Red Poppy Ranch.
He's 80 miles south of me. But up north, you got Hidden Valley Homestead.
Yeah, that's a good one. He's actually from the Demon Crest territory.
Yeah, I know. He's my twin brother. We've both been in law enforcement. We've both been operating engineers. And in fact, right now he's a high crane engineer. He's planning to get out of California the end of summer 2020. But there's a lot of them good ones up there. Homesteady Family and some other ones that I've learned a lot from these people up there about the weather up here in Idaho, when to plant stuff and what works best, and there's a lot of good people there and a lot of good people back on we're there with the Broussards, Two Family Homestead, North Star Prepping or Preparedness, Kathy.
There's another channel up there, but the guy he's a real family orientated guy. He don't really publish consistent videos, but it's Art and Homesteading, I believe is the name of that channel. But I picked Arkansas as a place to go. My first choice was try to find something down here close to me, and the acreage down here. What I paid for 4 acres in Arkansas is about 1/3 of the cost of 1 acre down here. So I mean, that was a consideration. I just couldn't find anything that I could finance. And then when I could find something I could finance, nobody wanted to finance. The homestead law here in Texas is your primary residence. They can't yet. It's a real complicated process to foreclose on your primary residence. It's almost impossible. So for your primary residence, nobody wants to use that for collateral, except the mobile home places. I don't know why they do it, but anyway, that's where I'm at with that. And like I said, then I wanted to be more or less close to where friends are, and I didn't really consider anything else. But like I said, I on and off for the last 19.5 years, I've just been keeping a channel. But now I said, you know what? I'm moving to Arkansas. I'm going to be networking with people up there. There's information that I've been not disclosing that I feel like it's just important that I disclose. So I'm gonna start a new channel, and that's what I'm gonna do.
I want to get in here on the chat here. Blizzard Homestead says my almost 15-year-old daughter, Abby, loves to cook from scratch. She even cleans up after herself. Well, buddy, you got something good there, because anybody that can cook, that's the way to a man's heart is through his belly. Sue says, this might be my last winter up here. She lives in Wisconsin with us here. She's 71 years old, and she's trying to bite through the winters up here. So they get pretty rough. Adventure Demo. Here's
especially by yourself.
Yeah. Here's another channel, Big Farm Homestead. So now that we got Dave back, so now Dave can tell us about that little two-seater homestead. What's your channel about over there, buddy?
Well, we like Darcy said earlier, we have 1 acre, and we try to do a whole lot of. We really limits on what we can do here. About a third of that is with chickens, doves, donkeys,
Cats.
and cats. Darcy won't let me forget the cats. We do a lot here. We raised some of our food this past year. Of course, everybody knows that I was kind of decapacitated with my heart and didn't get to do much gardening this past year. But this upcoming year, we hope to do a lot more. And it's just when I become disabled, my settlement check, that's what we done. We went and bought an acre of land, and thank God that I don't owe anybody for it. All of our land is ours. Just use it we use it in the way that God we think and we hope.
It's amazing, Dave, isn't it, to what you can do on 1 acre?
Absolutely.
Yes, we do a lot here that I would have never thought that we could have done all that we do on this 1 acre.
You know, the biggest thing with that too is companion planting is a huge thing. We do that. We have some of the pig yards in there. We pig fencing that we arch up, and they're 16 feet, and they make some great arches that we hang stuff on. But I'll tell you what, when we started companion planting and putting stuff together, it made a huge difference.
Yes.
Another good guy that's in here too is Samson Farms. Go ahead, Dave.
Another thing you can do with those panels, we made Darcy a little greenhouse out of it, and that's how we get a lot of.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
That's the one thing that I didn't get done.
Wants to come in, go ahead.
Samson,
go ahead and boot me out, and I'll let him come on in.
Well, we can have 6 on here, so Samson can come right in here. Here you go, buddy.
Okay.
We can have 6 on our panel.
Yeah, come right in.
Guys, sorry about the troll that was in here. I did catch him a little bit late, so if my mods, if they can watch that, I got Sue and I got Samson in here, but
yeah, it got caught real quick. Didn't take them long at all. I'm looking at you from live stream from StreamYard, so it would have took me a while to get over there.
Yeah, it didn't take long.
Yeah, I caught it quick, but it wasn't quick enough. All right, guess what? My kids invited me to Thanksgiving dinner after not talking to me for more than a year. Well, amen, Sue. I'm glad
they did.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good start, Sue. Yeah, no kidding.
I know when you start getting elderly and, everybody basically tries to throw you away, it's really sad. That's what my in-laws are trying to do with my aunt. They just basically threw her in a nursing home. They thought she would lay down and die. No, she's got more spunk than they thought she had. She's ready now to get moved out of the nursing home. So I got to get in Arkansas and help find her apartment. She says she wants to move to Arkansas. So that's what I'll do.
She can live with you.
Well, I don't have a cabin. If I could told her if I had running water and plumbing, then yeah, I'd be glad for her to live on my place. But it's like I told her. I said, you're just a little bit too old for me to be putting you through a camping situation. So, because she's 77, so and diabetic, so I don't want to see her. I can camp, take care of that, but I just don't want to see her go through that.
Yeah, you're going to have fun on that new place. Welcome, Samson, isn't it?
Nathan is short. Samson Farms is another way that he's known.
Yeah.
Hey, Nathan.
Good to see
Hey,
you, bud.
guys.
Yeah.
Hey, Nathan.
really-
Dave. Hey,
This
I
is
think I think you look better without the beanie.
I think I was cutting you off.
Oh, don't put the beanie
my
on.
head gets cold. My head gets cold. That's my Army issue beanie.
Well, I'm starting to get one of them horseshoe bald. All my hair is starting to disappear on top. I'm not gonna get one of them. I'm just not gonna live with horseshoe bald. I'm not gonna fake my hair or anything like that. When I finally get to a point that it's gone to the point that you can actually see it, I'm just gonna do a shave it.
I thought about that.
Yeah, me too.
I tried shaving mine off the sides and everything. My wife, hit me in the back of the head the next day and goes, "No." So let it grow
Well, see,
back.
that's the thing. I don't have a wife to tell me yay or nay, so I can do what I want, to certain points.
Well, guys, we got Nathan up here, so let's Samson Farm. Why don't you give us a little channel update on what you all do over there for those that are in a live stream here that don't know you?
I do quite a bit of stuff. Shut up, bub. I read that. But one of the things I'm probably known the most for is a lot of quail videos. I raise a lot of quail most of the time. Usually have pretty good sized gardens. I have 2 acres that we are not living on currently, and that's down the road a little bit. But I grow some stuff there, and then I grow a lot of stuff around the house, and then I do some woodworking and make like garden dibbles and homesteading tools like coffee scoops and stuff like that out of wood on a lathe.
Not only that, guys, he
got a
does
couple
spend
big
a lot of time on other people's channels too. So he's a big supporter of the Homestead YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. You might find me in quite a few people's channels at any given time. I have a big snap-on type toolbox of YouTube wrenches that I moderate for.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I do.
So Brian is our new moderator in our live stream. Welcome aboard, buddy. Dylan, you should be. Dylan's a moderator, so we'll getting started. So we should have no problems if somebody tries to jump in here again.
Good moderators are important too.
Absolutely, that. So one of the things I want to talk about, we got a big range of different channels up here tonight. A lot of homesteading channels we have, and now with Gil on here, we have a different outlook on things too. But YouTube is changing their ways. If you guys haven't seen that or heard that, I've been doing a couple different live streams talking about the new rules. More or less what I want to tell you guys is just hang on, let all the dust settle, and we're going to see what happened because they're changing their things left and right all the time. So
yeah, they still have a month until it takes effect.
Right.
Yeah,
So
Don't freak out.
Yeah, don't freak out. Exactly. Just keep doing what you're doing and just worry about when it happens.
Well, the thing is that YouTube has struggled with the child issue ever since I've been on there. Back in 2001, for like 2 or 3 years, they had a big thing about kids coming on and saying, "Yeah, I'm 18," and they had their own channels and all kinds of stuff, and then they got sued or something. Then, it's always a response to a lawsuit or something. But this thing is bigger than YouTube. It's a federal law now, so it's not just YouTube, but Facebook's going to face the same issues. All these channels are going to face the same issues when it comes to protecting kids. And it's not a bad thing, but it's the way they're approaching it that's going to end up being like, oh, what, really? And
Yeah, I have some friends who work for the Department of Justice, and also my friend in the Department of Justice has a friend that works for the Federal Trade Commission. And this has been going on for many, many, many years. But YouTube is
And
just
the law
saying
isn't new.
we don't allow anybody
years
under
old.
13. So the Federal Trade Commission has not been pushing anything until they got caught with selling information that turned out to be from kids under 13. But the big thing you need to worry about is if you just go on there in the meantime, mark your channel not aimed at kids under 13.
Yep. And
don't use hand puppets, don't use comics or anything like that. You'll be fine. My friends say the main thing they're going after with YouTube and that is that they were selling the information to companies to target with commercials.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that is what and YouTube is trying to put it all off onto us, calling us as operators now, and the FCC. The Federal Trade Commission is kind of buying on that, and I know a bunch of other lawyers that are pushing back, trying to get the 5 commissioners, actually 4 of them. The one is totally against it. He doesn't think what the other 4 voted for is correct, but try to get the other 4 to reverse their terminology that we are not operators, we are just creators. The operator is YouTube. They're the ones that has control over who actually gets the information, because we can't sell the information. It's YouTube that's doing it.
Well, it needs to end up in court and get stated that way and straightened out. And
that's what they're working on.
Hopefully that'll happen. Yeah.
Right now, the biggest problem is that you can't solicit minors, and YouTube has been making money off of minors for so many years, and they got their little hand slapped. You can't do that anymore. And they got a big lawsuit, and they had to pay some money, and now they're like butthurt because now they're going to put it back on us. So the true people out here that are actually making content and the creators and having the live streams doing it correctly, some of us are going to take some of that heat off. So I'm glad that some lawyers are actually standing up and saying, hey, don't put it on the creators. It's on you guys where it belongs, because you guys are the one that made this platform. You guys are the ones that are supposed to regulate it, not the creator. The creator makes the videos. You guys decide what goes on there.
But I know.
Right. And it's not a new law. The law's been around since and like YouTube has just been, we don't allow children under 13, just like Facebook does. Even though, kids are going to lie, say their age, that they're older than what they are, because there's no verification process to get an account. And it's the nature of the kids. And most everyone up here on this panel, they don't target children. They're general audience, which YouTube just so happened to leave out of the FTC guidelines, which is allowable as a family-friendly show. But yeah, so all of the channels here are general audience, but we don't target children. It's okay for children to watch. We're not going to say anything or do anything that would compromise someone's morals or show anything in a bad light, but we're family friendly. We're general audience.
Yeah, I agree.
We just don't target children.
I noticed the last video that I put up, they asked me the question, is this video made for children? You mark that checkbox and do what you said, behave yourself like we are here. You should be all right.
The only people I've seen that's actually been affected by YouTube so far is actually the people who do have family videos. They're losing their comments and the ability to communicate in this community. So I mean, it's one family I know in particular has a parallel WordPress page So any videos they produce on YouTube, they post it over there, and you can still comment on their videos through that platform. So, yeah, me, I just got to a point where I'm going to be interacting with YouTube families, and I was like, well, there's some things I need to put out here so that they know when they're actually coming to my place, that they have the choice to say, well, wait a minute, I don't want to go to this place, and so I want them to know that, and not have to find out through other sources, because there are going to be trolls and stuff that's going to try to put that information out there anyway. So just like the old saying goes about you can't blackmail somebody when the information's on the table, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's on the side chat here. S. Woods was saying that Daniel at Arms Family Homestead read the rule. He had it up there. And I was talking with Daniel before and afterwards on that. And the classification where it says in the YouTube thing, it says child actors, because they put the word actors in there, there is already a ruling with the Federal Trade Commission dealing with Hollywood. An actor must be paid. Family members
It is a
that are
job.
not getting paid are not actors
Or models.
or
Yeah.
models. Yeah. Models
that-
or actors have to be paid to be considered an actor or a model.
See, that's the thing too.
Everyone here who watches my videos knows that Temperance, my daughter, shows up in a lot of my videos. She is not a child actor and she is not a model. She does not get paid to be in our family videos.
Yeah, and that's just one more reason that it's going to have to go through the courts and get squared away.
Yeah.
Samson actually, Nate, my son likes to be a part of our live streams. He talks to Merle. He talks to people. He comes in the studio all the time to say hi to everybody. And since this new ruling came out, I'm like, I had to tell him, you got to stay out of here until this dust settles, because I don't want our channel to get shut down because you're on here. Because biggest problem is for one thing, he's 9 years old. Keeping clothes on the kid, is a shirt on the top side is like a nightmare. So that's one of the things that I had to do. But I want to have my son sit next to me so he can take on to it, but I'm afraid that if I do that, then you're going to get hammered from YouTube, and then you don't get this and you don't get that, and you're not monetized anymore because you have a child in there. So for right now, we've been saying, you just stay in the background here, and we'll figure this out when it happens.
My grandson's come on with me. I say, hey, this is my grandson. He has his parents' permission. He's not being paid. He's not an actor. He's just my family member.
Yeah.
And so that, but also there's a lot of channels now since that I've been dealing with since I put out a new disclaimer at the head of my intro video, and it says we are a family of I forget what it said. Basically, a family targeted channel. However, we do discuss and talk about things that is not appropriate for those under 13 to view without the guidance of a parent present.
I think that's a good thing to do, is to have a disclaimer on your videos. I really do. And I got an editor, but I don't know how to use it. But when I get an editor, I will have a disclaimer that will be in the trailers of the leaders of my videos. Because I think that is a really good thing. I've seen other people doing it. People have actually taken the step of not having their kids in the videos. I mean, it's like you said, when they actually start pushing this thing, like after the first or whatever it is, then, because they've been saying forever that they're going to do something. I think it took them like 3 years to shut down G+. So I mean, it's just a matter of time. But
one of the things too there, Nate, is like Sybil's granddaughter had to get hers canceled. So there's a lot of us out here that have children, a part of our live stream. They're our family. They're part of us. And I know another YouTube channel, Single Dad Homestead. He literally had to get a lawyer and fight because his daughter is a part of that. It's it's in the title. She's a Single Dad Homestead, and his daughter's been with that channel since it started. She's not an actor, nothing like that. That's his kid, and he was fighting tooth and nail for a while there to get things straightened out.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, but
the one time when I was on just in time prepping, my grandson came in. I held him up. I go, "This is not aimed at under 13. This is aimed at all you grandparents to see my grandson. I'm aiming this at grandparents." And so you've got to state in your video if there's any possibility that they might say, "Oh, you're aiming it at kids." No, I'm aiming it at grandparents. That's
Hey,
just
man,
I'm probably the most ignorant. I'm probably the most ignorant person in this panel on this subject. But how's this going to affect Facebook, Instagram, and all them? Are they not going to have the same problems as?
they may.
Yeah, it's coming from the
Nothing
FTC.
This is specifically to YouTube due
Yeah.
to a lawsuit that they settled.
Right. But that doesn't not going to stop either the FCC or the Federal Trade Commission from looking at Facebook and the others if they are selling information about specific users.
So you already know that they are. They're already doing that. So if what they're
Well, you
saying
know
is that this whole opens up bigger, and as we know with Uncle Sam and everything else, is that once they get their feet in the door, what happens? Is that it just gets going
Well,
to
you
spread?
know-
Now, I don't. Go ahead.
What they're selling is information on the cookies, and every time a child gets on there, a cookie's created. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna get by it either.
But that is
Yeah.
specifically what the law is about, is that no one under the age of 13 is their computer supposed to be able to accept a cookie or anything of that nature. And that's why this one's targeting children are not going to be able to people to subscribe to them, comment, or anything, because that creates a cookie. And that's
Right.
their way that they're trying to alleviate that.
Yeah, part of the problem too is that you do have kids getting on there saying that they're over 18 when they're under 13. And
Yep.
so that was the big problem right there. If parents would take the responsibility, and I repeat this again, if parents will take the responsibility and make sure that whatever device their kids are using, it is noted as this is an under 13 device. That way, automatically they should be. Yeah,
It has to start with the parents. It has to.
yeah,
But we all know that's not going to happen, though.
yeah. Too many
That's
too many
not-
parents
that-
babysit by device.
That's why they've been having a problem ever since.
Too many people are letting their devices babysit their kids. I mean,
Mhm.
they don't even know what their kids are watching.
Yeah, and then they're totally shocked when their kids get in trouble. It's like, oh my God, I didn't, and then they want to blame YouTube or Facebook or whoever, And
Well, I got something really funny on that. In church, one family was had kids, other things, and the one kid, about 3-4 years old, I don't know, was just going through this. All of a sudden, the volume came up, and they're talking about things. All of a sudden, he's flipping chain. All of a sudden, he hit a porn site in church, and the parents, scrambling to kill it. They're not paying attention to what their kids are doing.
yep.
Right. That's
Let's see back.
true.
Yeah, back in the 70s, Hollywood got in trouble. Everybody was talking about TV stations, their content, not being family friendly and stuff, and and the same thing came up. Parents were letting TVs be the video babysitter. It's the same thing now, but now it's a computer being the babysitter. There's always going to be parents that say, you know what, go ahead and do your thing, because they got the attitude, your kid is safe, my kid is safe because they're at home, my kid is safe because they're in church, or they always find some ways to let their guards down, and it's either because they just let their guards down, or it's because they just got other things they'd rather take care of, like their MasterCard or their car or whatever, and their kids are just a burden. So
Yeah.
there's always going to be that group of parents that.
And that group that group is actually a majority that say, "Oh, my kid's an angel. They don't do anything wrong."
Yeah. Yeah, that's the same group that says that for the
Yeah.
most part because they don't know what their kids are doing.
Well, they
You
know,
know?
but they don't. They put on. They have rose-colored glasses and blinders on. Oh, my kid's perfect.
Yeah.
Guys,
And
I
I,
just
you
want
know,
to stop for a second because I got Walter Davis in here, and we have the famous two-family homestead in here. Samson, they're saying Samson's Farm's on the panel.
Now, speaking of two-family homestead,
They
their
love me.
last live they did was great. They covered a whole bunch of different free editors you can use, and he's been talking a whole bunch about this and doing a lot of research on it. He has some really good information on it.
Yeah, once we got to get them up here to talk about this. This is one of the things that a lot of people have been looking at. So if two-seaters, if you are a two-family, if you want to come up here, we're going to do, since I can have 6 up here at a time, we'll do 15-minute intervals.
I'll step out. I'll step out to two-family.
yeah, I'll step down.
Well,
I'll step down.
there you go, Glenn. J-Dog says he'll step down. If two-family wants to jump in here, I will put the link up in here, and they can talk about the what's going on YouTube. But I do want to say is, guys, that is new to our channel here and old to our channel, two-seaters when I very first started, two-seaters, two-family homestead when I started this, actually was on their channel, and they gave me a huge shout out when I was just starting out as a homestead channel. And they've been helping out a lot of people out there. And I know I'm not supposed to shout out channels, and I'm not supposed to do that, but YouTube might yell at me later, but oh well, I don't care. But they are a really good channel to go and check out.
Walter said that.
I put it on there. Hey, Walter. I'm trying to stay on top of this.
They're my adopted parents, whether they like it or not.
I don't know
We
if two family has the StreamYard uploaded, but I did put that link in there, guys, for you. So all you got to do is click on it, and it'll walk you through.
It's
Sam
really
said, I
simple.
want to keep on you, and Gail, I want you to stay in here, two family, because you guys really have I've been gone. Me and Merle been gone for a long time, so you have a lot more information to offer on this whole thing. So,
yeah, there is a video out there. Let me see if I can pull this right. That where did I put it? Under here.
Mark, if anybody else wants to come in, you can knock us out, or I'd go out, or whatever.
Also,
Yeah, so I
for a lot
caught
of
the right
common
one here.
questions,
well, right now we got
Like
we
for a
got
lot-
room for one more. So if two family wants to load up that StreamYard and get going on that, then they can pop up in there. If they don't, they can just stay in the chat too. It's up to them. But
They're trying to get in. They'll be there in just a second.
all right.
Okay.
So guys,
Okay. All right, guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the name of a video. It's called "What YouTube '(S) Not Telling You About COPPA." It is a lawyer, and he's one of the guys that are fighting with the commissioners to try to get them to change the ruling. Once again, that is what YouTube. Actually, what I'll do is here. Give me a second here, and I'll just post it here in the thing. The name of it.
Yeah, you
It's
can put
not.
it right in the chat.
It's not the link. It's just the name of it.
You can actually put the link in the chat because you're blue.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
go right ahead.
All right, then let me do it this way here.
Also, another thing that a lot of people don't realize is the FTC on their webpage, they have a lot of frequently asked questions already answered on a lot of this. So all you have to do is read the rules and then, cross-reference with the FTC guidelines that they've already set in the frequently asked questions.
Good idea.
Okay, so I posted it in there, the name of it and the link. I found it very interesting. It's a, let's see, I'll get back here. Yeah, it's a 17-minute video, but the guy goes on, he explains the history of the whole lawsuits, the whole legal shenanigans of the changing of the definitions and everything that the FTC's been doing to try to protect kids. And in my opinion, and some of their last rulings, they went a little overboard in their definitions. And that's where the one commissioner argued back against the others about, no, we can't do this. So anyways, I found it very informative, and I hope you guys do too. It cleared a lot of things up for me.
He also in another video talks about the general audience, except that's wrong.
Well, I will have to go check that out because, like Samson, my son is very important to me in being a part of what we do here in the homestead, because he's out there just doing the same thing that we're doing, and he's not an actor. He's my son. And just because he's under the age of 13 doesn't mean he's any different than anything else. He's been a part of my YouTube channel since the beginning. So it's crazy about what they're trying to do.
And part of the thing is YouTube is doing a knee-jerk reaction to some of the things that the FTC is doing after their litigation agreement. Now, YouTube did not lose in court. They did a settlement out of court.
Ah.
So, and now the FTC is going, okay, now this, and now this.
Yeah.
It's just a crazy thing.
YouTube,
what?
YouTube signed the line for this. They agreed to all of this. They have contracted with the FTC at this point and have agreed to everything that is going on. YouTube has.
Well, they pretty much had to, because they're going to be charged $42 for each video that violated it. So they had to go back and afford that.
Well, they did pay the 170-something million as part of the settlement.
Perma Farm, take care, my friend. Stay out of the snow and the rain that we're having here.
And thanks for coming in to see us.
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, that's the crazy thing about this whole thing is that, if we change our ways in what we do, that takes away from who we are. Yeah, and Sybil says it right here. I really feel that the constitutional rights of freedom of speech, press, and religion, and it's exactly right. Where does it stop?
Here's the thing.
It's not.
YouTube is a private company,
right?
YouTube is a private company, and we agreed to abide by their rules. So we gave up our right when to using YouTube while we're on YouTube.
Yeah,
we do not have freedom of the press, freedom of speech, or freedom of religion on YouTube. We gave up that right when we clicked "We agree to your terms of service."
Exactly.
Correct. Yeah, right. You're exactly right, Nate. But the problem that I see here is because we're not sitting behind 1 million subscribers, it seems like the rules apply differently to us. The people that have 600,000 and 1 million subscribers have a whole different set of rules than what we do. And that's the part that irritates me, is because I'm trying to do something to teach others. And however, if it's the homesteading or edibles, or you with your quail and your homestead, Merle with his homestead, we're all trying to give some part of us to teach other people. And they want to give a smackdown on us. But you got other people up there that have 100,000 subscribers, and it seems like they really don't really care what they're doing. So, all right, guys, we got Two Family Homestead in here now.
Hey.
He's back. He's in here.
Go ahead, Two Family.
What's
Speak
up,
your
Carl?
piece.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Sir.
I'm not used to the little duck thing here yet, so we're good.
It'll grow on you.
Well, I actually used their service when we were down in Kentucky at the Stivers meetup thing, and there was because it was browser based. That's the reason we used it, but we don't use it very often. Usually, just rely on OBS here. So, anyway, go ahead. I think it's working.
All right, guys. So we got Two Family in here. Guys, share this out. This is going to get interesting. We will be talking about the new terms and services of YouTube, which we've been talking about now for about a week. my partner's back, and we got a lot of people up here in the panel with good information. So send it out, share it to your friends. Let's get more people in here for conversation. And home family, our homestead reverence. Wow, quite a live stream. Greetings. Thanks for coming in, Walter, and good to see you again. But yeah, there's so many different questions out there. Like I said before, I'm just kind of sitting here waiting to let the dust settle with the whole YouTube thing. Obviously, my son has a major impact on what I do on my live stream channel. So, and on our videos. So I'm waiting to see what actually comes out after the dust settles, because there is a bunch of lawyers that are fighting on our behalf and are questioning some of the things that are coming on. So one of my biggest perks and my pet peeve is, I guess, is that, like I said before, is you have those channels that have 100,000 or 600,000 or 1 million views, and it seems like their rules that they have to follow you are totally different than what we have to follow.
Two Family Homestead, tell us what you think.
Anything in particular?
About the child issues with YouTube. That's what's kind of been going around.
Well, I have a lot of thoughts on that. Number one, I think a lot of people are bending over to fear mongering. I think YouTube has brought a lot of this on themselves, because they're the ones that are mining the data. They are the ones that are collecting this information. Not a single one of us as a creator is doing anything that would harm a 13-year-old, unless you're making bad videos.
Yeah,
and I don't think there's anybody sitting here that is. But for us to be, I mean, YouTube is saying, okay, now you as a creator, you have to tell us what kind of video you're putting up here. And if you're wrong, well, we'll just turn it over to FTC, and FTC is saying, well, if you're going to mine data, we can fine you up to $43,000. That's just ludicrous. Like I say, you are not the one getting this. Now, if you're running a website and you're the one collecting the data from the browsers from these kids whose parents don't have enough control over them to let them go watch anything that they darn well please, then I still don't see that should be falling back on a creator. Now, that's a personal opinion.
I agree.
I'd agree too.
It's
I
a very
do too.
personal opinion, though. None of us are collecting data from anything from our YouTube channel. All we do is trying to put out a quality show for people to enjoy and to share our lives.
Well, and we have no method to do it. I mean, we are not the ones running the website.
As near as I can tell, we kind of need to continue to go ahead and do what we've been doing, because we've been doing nothing wrong. The only problem that I see is with people is like with Mark there. He's got a 9-year-old boy that is part of his channel. So what is ever going to happen with that? We're just going to have to wait and see as it goes through the courts. I don't know. Anybody else?
I would have Mark put a disclaimer on the for his intro and on each video, saying that this is not aimed at children under 13, that your son is not a paid actor. It's aimed at adults. The other thing, if you want to go to the extreme, the other thing to do is you can, after you mark whether it's aimed at children or not, there's another button whether you want to limit it, restrict it to those who are only over 18.
The funny thing is, if you check that out and you click on that button, as soon as you click on either one of the buttons that this is for children or not for children, or if it's over the age of 18, all your monetization is gone. So that was the other big kicker there, is that if you look at any of my chicken videos, some of them have 50, 60,000 views on there. Hunter's in there. So now are they going to go back on the videos that we've already made because he's in there? He's got a pitchfork in his hand. And I got a chicken in my hand. When me and Merle started the live streams, the main picture when we do the intros has a picture of me and Hunter standing at the greenhouse, and he's got a pitchfork, and I have a chicken in my arms. Now, how far are they going to go with this?
Well, it's just like everything else in this country right now, and that is that common sense is just gone.
Exactly. We got to look outside that box.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, but
know,
if you click on that button that says this is not for children under 13, you don't lose your monetization on that one. You lose your monetization.
Even if it is.
You lose your
Even if it
monetization.
is. Even if you do target children, all your monetization is not gone. You just lose like 90% of it because they don't have targeted ads anymore.
Right.
They're still going to
Exactly.
be monetized. The only time you just flat out lose your monetization is when it is age restricted to the age of 18 and above. There's no monetization for that.
Right, and if you look at it, so if you make $10 on your live stream, or if you make $10 on your video, YouTube takes half of that, or if not more. So now with these new rules that come out, if you're just a small channel like we are, and we're trying to bite through things and getting things better, and using some of the money, and every dime that we do get back, it goes back into YouTube, which is terrible. Either that or equipment. It's hard to do that. So if anybody that's out there that thinks that now that you're going to actually make something off of YouTube, before I said, yeah, if you work hard and you do what you're doing and you constantly push it, yeah, you could make some good money off of YouTube. Now I don't think so anymore.
Yeah. And when is it? Is it December 10th or the 31st where they're raising the limit to become monetized from 1,000 to 4,000?
That's the 10th or December 10th. That's coming out.
Yeah, I got 11 days then to get monetized.
Good luck.
That's what I'm saying is, well, we got grandfathered in the first time, and then we were like right on the edge. And I think Two Family actually broke us over that edge, because at that time, then we went on to their live stream that night. And then they came out with, you had to have 1,500 after that. So it's each time I've been just barely breaking their mark as I've been going through here. But the other people that have really good content out there, I've been working and busting their butt and trying to get something. Every time they're just below the 8 baller, and it kind of stinks. We can't do anything to help them to become able to be monetized.
So that's where I'm at right now.
I gave up on that a long time ago.
Me too, Dave.
Two Family will tell you this, because I can guarantee you that those guys, from the hard work from doing they're going out into conferences and everything else, they know the struggles that we're talking about. So you guys that are sitting in the chat, just because somebody's bigger than anybody else, they still have the same exact struggles as everybody else has. And I'm sure Two Family can tell you they probably got even more.
We don't make enough to buy gas to drive to Kentucky.
See?
Yeah.
And that's only one state away.
Yeah.
Now, one of the interesting things about so there's a question to the side about where's that button. If you're on using Internet Explorer, it will not allow you to go to that page. So if you're using one of the other ones they say use, like Firefox or Google, to get to that page where you can actually check it. And so but what's weird is on Internet Explorer, I can do more things than I can on Google. So using Google Chrome. So it's so I'm basically, I got both up. I'll load my videos and do all that stuff on Internet Explorer. I'll do everything else on Google Chrome.
Well,
Here's another funny thing. Go ahead.
Don't forget those people that have Mac computers where they're running Safari, and then the Linux computers where they're running some other version of some other browser. I mean, they all act different. It's not cohesive at all anymore.
No.
One of the things that I noticed too is it was probably last weekend. I was the week before that, I was doing live streams when I got home from work. I was at 8 o'clock, just like clockwork. And all of a sudden I came in here on a Saturday to do a live stream, and everything went funky. My Zoom went funky. My StreamYard went funky. And so I contacted StreamYard and I said, hey, what's going on here? And he said, here, we'll give you this website to check your mic and your video. And this website told me that I did not have Chrome. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't have Chrome. That's how I'm talking to you. Well, you need to do the new update. As soon as I did that update, everything changed on my computer. StreamYard started working again. My OBS started working again. My Zoom started working again. And I'm like, what's in this update that wasn't allowing anything to happen before? And to make a long story short is that now this new update that Google has, it has background watching you, what you're typing in, they're watching your screens and everything else that's tied into this, allowing StreamYard and everything else to come up.
You know, I just think it's too bad that Google/YouTube can't figure out a way to get rid of the damn trolls.
That's
I
very
mean, they,
true.
they can do all this other stuff, but you've got these idiots coming up here and interfering in live streams, especially that
I was on there.
they're just foul mouth, and you can't. A lot of them you can't stop. They must have 100 accounts. It's crazy.
I was in a live stream last night. They hit fast and furious, and it took us a good 30 seconds to a minute to get it all stopped out. And it was just, they were posting so fast, so back to back, that it was just scrolling as you went.
That's one of the things, your mods that you have are great. They do a lot of hard work. One of the things that I like on this platform now is you're allowed to have 6 people up like we have now. You can physically block them till eternity so that they can't come on to your YouTube or anything. You guys got to use your block function when you use YouTube. This allows it to do it right away. Otherwise, you have to go into YouTube and block that person, blah, 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 and do all that, where this does it automatically, which I really like. You can kick somebody off until your next live stream. That's another option here on Streamlabs, and that's free to everybody. So I'm glad that StreamYard is coming out with better functions for that purpose. But Two Family is absolutely right. If you got trolls that come in and they come in a wildstorm to disrupt what you're trying to do, it's pretty much on your moderators to clean up the house, and which it shouldn't be. But that's how YouTube plays their game.
Yeah, it's too bad that they can't figure out how to rid those folks. I've had people say, well, they can block an IP address and stuff, and you can't do that because that changes all the time. That, or you can have multiple people with the same IP address behind a different router or whatever it is, or they're going through a VPN connection where.
Yeah, that won't work.
Yeah, you can't do that. But in order to get on YouTube, to have an account where you can enter into a chat and make comments, you had to have given an email address. You can't just blindly jump on. You have to sign up, and you have to have an email address. So there ought to be some sort of vetting in that process where an idiot can't do it.
Well, last week on here is that I turned it off because Merle was trying to jump on before, but they just came out the other day, and I'm going to share this with everybody here. Come on, move over. You can actually go on your guest settings here, and they have to validate through Facebook or through YouTube to come into your live stream. One of the main reasons why that I'm using the StreamYard is because that validation makes it easier for them to track these so-called trolls and have proper emails and everything like that.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago on Just in Time Prepping, we had a troll come on there called No Name, and he was working with another troll. It's Mean, spelled MEEN, and they were doing cyberbullying. And so I called my buddy at the Department of Justice, and I gave them their information, and almost immediately the No Name disappeared off of YouTube. The channel no longer exists, and they've let It's Mean stay up because they're building a criminal case against him.
Awesome. One of the when we started this thing was there's a gentleman on here that was, he was getting bullied and picked on, and I can't stand bullies. And so I come on here and I'm like, and I went on his channel and I'm like, we'll see what happens. And I can see how people through a screen can get, they put the bulletproof pants on and they put the bulletproof shirt on and they talk really big and smart, and it hurts other people's feelings. And some people just can't brush that off. So bullying is a huge issue on the internet. And I'm really glad that you did that, because maybe that'll teach the next bully down the line that, hey, this ain't going to happen anymore. But the problem is that we don't have you on every single live stream that we have every single time. And we don't have the contacts to say, hey, this guy's being a blah, 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 blah. And so you're right, Two Family. YouTube's got to come up with a better way to sift out the troublemakers. I mean, when we look at it, and I got somebody that's coming on my live stream and they got one channel, they got no videos, no pictures, no nothing, no information on their about page. What does that tell me?
It tells you don't want them on your channel.
Not necessarily, because you can have a genuine viewer that has no videos, has never set up their channel, but they're a loyal viewer.
But you couldn't. Oh, yeah. If they're a loyal viewer, you know who they are. But if someone like that just showed up here and wanted to be on the panel, you couldn't afford to let them in.
No.
Yeah. I mean,
Here she is, guys. Sandy, thank you for coming. Hope you're okay. Glad to see you.
Yeah. For the first 6 months of this year, that's the way I was. I did not have a channel set. I mean, I had nothing on my channel. I was hitting all the homestead channels, Arms Family, Keeping It Dutch, Stony Ridge Farmer, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I was learning stuff. And I didn't set up a channel until Daniel Arms convinced me to set up a channel. And that was in June.
Two Family's got a good point, because I have a bunch of people that are just watchers. And I know that they're just watchers. And if you go on their page, they might have 19 viewers, 20 viewers. They got no content, and they might have something very short in their about page. But I look also at the date that they started YouTube. If it is today's date that they started YouTube,
that's a flag.
That tells me that, hey, there's something wrong on this one. Moon has very little stuff on her homepage. She has an about page, and she has no videos. And I think she might have 20 or 30 subscribers that follow her, but she's been a part of YouTube since we started this channel. And when I've actually had, guys that kicked her out of the chat room, and they're like, and I said, well, sorry, I got to leave now because you just kicked my better half off of YouTube. And they're like, what? And I'm like, just because they don't have information or a video. What's up, Dave?
Thanksgiving night, I had a guy come in, 1,000 subscribers, but he only had 10. And I thought, well, something ain't right. And I still ain't figured out how he got 1,000 subscribers with 10 videos.
Well, sometimes these guys will come up with a really neat video, like doing the clean your headlights with the WD-40, doing the product, whatever nick it is. And all of a sudden they'll, for some reason, it just goes viral, and they get like, a million hits, a million views, and they pick up a bunch of subscribers out of that. But they only have 4 videos.
None of his videos had any more than 10 or 15 views.
Ooh, that's probably someone who bought subscribers.
That's what I was just gonna say is, Dave, that's somebody that paid to have some subscribers bought.
Yep.
The other thing that can happen, because I've seen it time and time again, there's an awful lot of these sub channels out there. And if they frequent those streams because they're fast moving, because they are fun to watch, there's people a lot of times will just subscribe because you're in the stream. Oh, you're here? I'll subscribe to you. Now you're going to subscribe to me. And that's how they want to do that. Our dog has how many subscriptions? Yeah, Smudge has over 100 subscriptions. people that have subscribed to Smudge.
I don't do stuff.
There's also people
I'm just not
channels
gonna do
too.
stuff.
They'll be
If I sub, I'm gonna go look at
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
I said, I don't
Repeat,
do
Dave.
sub for sub. If I sub, I'll look at it and see what's on there and make sure it's something I want. Even if you sub to my channel, I'm content is, you know?
Exactly.
Well, that's true, but there are an awful lot of sub channels, grow me channels or whatever,
Agreed.
and there's a lot of people that go to those, and they are very popular with, especially people getting started. Let's face it, it's difficult to get started in YouTube, unless you come from an extended family where you have 400 relatives. That first 100 is real precious for you to get.
I think I have one relative
I agree with that.
on YouTube.
The thing of it is, too, is I have a really good friend, and he's been probably, everybody knows Pusa, Andrew, and they're a grow channel, but he is, you know, I haven't been on there in a long time. Since we got back on, I've been just trying to make sure that everything is right, but he's been a good friend of mine. He's been, you know, on my live streams, he's been all over the place trying to help out other people, and he's legitimate trying to help people.
Yeah, I've been on his.
Talk
and
about
it surprised me about Pulsa Studios. I mean, it was like, since I joined on them for it was about 2 months later, he actually came in and viewed one of my videos and left a comment 2 months later.
He will.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Andrew will. See, the problem with the grow channels is it's not the guy behind there running the channel.
No.
It's that the people that are watching don't do it legitimately. So if YouTube sees it as somebody going over there watching your video for 5 minutes, like they're supposed to, they leave a comment, they like it, but you don't follow through and continuously, like, I'll go watch Two Family, I'll go watch Micros, I'll go watch Two Seaters. I'm trying to pop in on everybody's channel. If you don't legit try to get around and get, YouTube is eventually going to start kicking these people off, and you're going to lose them.
Yeah. Yeah, I watch everybody that I subscribe to. I watch their videos. I may be watching two on all my monitors here. I may be watching 2 or 3 videos and changing the volume as I listen to them, trying to listen to everybody. I try to comment on all of them. Some of them, it's like, I don't know what to say. All right, yeah, it was good, nice, you know. But, you know, I try to do something for those that if I'm subscribing to you, I'm going to support you.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat with you there.
Sam?
It would be
Hey,
nice
Daryl,
if you. Yes,
I said that.
I said it would be.
Talking about your loyalty to your channels, I got my dad had 18 brothers and sisters. I got cousins out the wazoo, and you know what? Ain't nary one of them subscribed to my channel.
Good to see you, Sam. Glad you could come in here, buddy.
It would be nice if YouTube would replace their thumbs up button with something that you could indicate the thumbs up, but it earmarked you as doing it, so that the person that has the channel would know that Samson Farms stopped by and they give me a thumbs up.
Did you guys know that the new beta on YouTube, you can actually go see who unsubscribed from your channel?
The problem is, and I'm just going to be real blunt about this, we are subscribed to probably over 2,000 channels. And I there's no way I'd keep up with it. If I had a spreadsheet, I'd have to. I mean, we'll lose 35 subscribers a day and gain 40, and it's crazy.
You can't keep up with it. There's no way.
No, you can't keep up with it. You can keep up with it if you've got 1,000.
You look at it though today, though, Two Family, you know, Samson said, "Hey, I'm on Mark's live stream. Here you are." That's the connection of the family. I mean, the homesteading family, the group itself, from, you know, we got Mims in here, we got Sybil. That group has stayed connected, even if it's through someone else. Samson, when I came back online, what did you say?
Welcome back.
Yeah.
He knew right away that I was back. And I mean, that's the key to this whole thing, is even though you might be off. You're not part of the Homestead family. You might be part of something else. But that group itself is like in the Homestead community is huge, and they all stick together. They're all there to help each other out, and that's how we stay connected. Is because we're part of that bigger family. That's the key. If you have two family, I couldn't do it. There's no possible way that I could actually go and visit every single video of every subscriber that you have. Even running 3 monitors and the big screen, if I ran it 24/7, there's still no way that I could hit everybody.
Nope, there is no way.
So we know that, but the key to it is that when we go and it might be 2 months away. It might be 3 months, but at least we go over there and say, hey, how you're doing? Or, hey, I'm going to come up on your live stream. Like I got my buddies over there in the bushcraft community. Tyler's been asking me for weeks and weeks to come up there and do a live stream with him. And I said, hey, absolutely. Let's get together. Let's do that. Or Stein North is another one that's been part of my channel since the beginning. He's like, hey, we got to go do a live stream together. Absolutely. You just set up the time and a date, email me, and I'll be there. That's the cool thing about it. And
you're still waiting on that email because they run out of time to email you.
Tyler's emailed me about 3 times yesterday and about 2 times today saying, hey, you want to do something?
Yeah, there's not enough hours in a day, that's for sure.
Right. But
Guys,
everybody's
I gotta leave it.
Unfortunately, guys, I might have to head out. There's another live stream about to start.
You got a live stream starting, Sam?
Still got to make it. I don't know. It's another one I always attend.
Thanks for stopping in,
I'll
Dave.
be back if you.
Let's see y'all. Have a good night,
And Nathan,
Hey, Nate, put the link in there. And what we'll do is I always like to raid the person of the next person that we're going to. And we've been on now for, what is it going on, 2 hours?
Yep.
So what I'll do is you put that link in there, and we're gonna the live stream. What time do they usually start?
They should be starting any minute now.
You put that link in there and just put in their rolling raid, and we're gonna go raid that channel. So everybody that's in my live stream right now, the link that Nate puts in there, you guys go over there and just type in rolling raid, and let's give these guys a big surprise.
Great idea.
So I want to thank everybody for coming in and talking with us. Our 2 family, thank you so much for joining us in the chat.
Well, thank you for having me.
No problem, Samson. Nate, it's always good to have you in there. Gil, thank you for coming and being a part of the family here.
Thank you for adopting me.
Let me mention too real quick, Mark and I are going to be back in here every Saturday, and we will alternate. We'll be on my channel next week. So if you can't find
Merle, put your channel name in there.
If you can't find Mark in there, look us up. But we'll be out there.
And guys, Samson just put the link in there for this person that's going to be live. So go in there, and if you can, jump in there. Just type in there rolling raid, and we will all see you over there. And I want to thank you so. Sorry, Mark, to hit the button too fast. That's all right, buddy.
And then all the moderators will go, oh, we got a bunch coming in. Damn it.
It's always fun to actually do that. And because, like I remember when I was little and I saw somebody that had 5,000 subscribers, I went, wow, this guy's in my channel. And then I'd have like 2 or 3 people in my live stream, and I thought I was doing good. So it's really fun to get that in there because you make somebody really happy.
Well, yeah, and the next one coming up here, I see Sherry just typed in there, it's Big Bear, right? Yeah, it's Big Bear Homestead.
Yeah, I'm on my other channel here. I'm doing 2 lives right now.
All right, guys. So we're gonna catch you over there. I'm taking it's Big Bear Homestead that's going live right now. That Samson went to.
Yeah.
Okay. So
thanks everybody. Thanks everybody in the chat. We appreciate everybody coming in.
And thanks for having me up here. You guys have a wonderful weekend.
You guys too. Take care, guys. You guys, God bless, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Take care. Bye-bye.